Hey sis, what's up everybody? Thank you for watching. If this is your first time here, I am Big Sis, aka Jamila, aka Big Sis.
And I'm Kamila, aka Little Sis.
And we are the sisters. Okay, so we're just trying to get some stuff out the way. Please like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
If you are watching us, we appreciate that. Check us out on Instagram. We got a very lit page. It's Unapologetically Black and for the Culture.
Yes.
If you are not able to watch us, you can check us on any podcast streaming platform. So like if you're rolling home in a car,
right,
or you just want to pretend you're doing something when you're at a party or something. Now that we're back open,
listen to us.
Listen to us. All right,
We'll
so
entertain you.
Today, it's still Black Women's History Month over here with the sisters. Not just Women's History Month, but
because if we don't, who will?
Who will lift us up?
Okay.
In all of our glory. But this is a conversation me and sis have had for a minute, numerous times, right?
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out where does this fit as far as themes and what month. But with it being Black Women's History Month, we wanted to talk about like femininity, Black femininity, and like the hypergamy idea of high profile women, high value women. Mm-hmm. And when I watched like all of these things on YouTube, what I got when I stepped away from it and what me and Mila were bouncing off of each other as far as beauty in the context of acceptable or unacceptable when it comes to Black women.
Right.
So, did you want to say anything to kind of kick us off, or like, or you want me to talk about it since I was the one that dived in?
You can go ahead. I'll chime in.
Okay, yeah. So basically, so we grew up, for lack of better words, very hard. Okay.
Rough around the edges.
We grew up rough around our edges. Definitely roses that grew from concrete.
Okay,
we grew up in the jungles. Before Mother was born, I lived off of like Dinker and 59th or Normandy and, basically about a Sloss and Swap meet. Okay. Single parent household. We had an addictive parent, so we were exposed to a lot. You know what I'm saying? Our grandmother lived in the bottoms. Like I said we lived in the jungles.
Right.
I went to Dorsey. Continuation. That's a whole nother story. I dropped out of high school and went to Dorsey continuation, but I was bussed out. So there's a little mix of stuff in there.
Right. I went to Hamilton, so there's a little mix of stuff in there.
There's a little exposure to some cultures.
It's LA, so.
Right. It's LA, and it was LA during the 80s and 90s.
Right.
So, gang culture made you tough, made you hard. You know,
a little more street smart, a lot more guarded.
Right.
And like I said, like we said, like plenty other times, like people used to say I look mean, and looking at me now is probably hard to
believe. I'm so happy. And accomplished.
But like I said, we used to walk around with our fist
ready
ball
to fight.
down, just ready to fight, just always on our P's and Q's.
Yeah, ready to fight so you didn't have to fight, because I hate fighting.
Right, just always on guard.
Yeah.
So, and that energy, holding on to that energy all the time, it does definitely affect your aura and how you come off, and of course, obviously, and what you attract. And how you come off to, I say the complementary sex. I don't believe we're opposite. I believe men are complementary.
Check you out with a new word you throwing in there.
Well, they switching up words and editing them.
Right.
Anyway,
that's a whole nother comment. Let me stop.
The complementary sex. So, as we're talking about femininity and, we are embracing our femininity more and coming into our womanhood. So, like, we were looking on YouTube and a lot of shit wasn't resonating or hitting. And we realized that it was very much from a European scope of womanhood, of femininity, of acceptance. And we were just, like, bugging out because it's like, on one hand, Black women are the most imitated women on the planet. Right. And when people wear us, they get all the praise and the accolades. Right. But when we have it on us, of course, it's deemed ghetto, unprofessional, all things bad, right? Unattractive, all things bad. So we were just like, so how does this fit in the narrative of femininity.
Right.
And where do Black women and other women of color fit when we're talking about femininity? Because, like we said, it's very Eurocentric. Like, oh, don't wear loud colors.
Right. Don't wear loud colors. Don't wear big jewelry.
Don't wear big
what you can
jewelry.
Buy from us. Bamboos and chains. Okay, shameless plug. You know, it's going to be online at heysisters.com. But yeah, it was very absent of.
Don't have acrylic nails, damn near, or just have a very, very short and like nude and neutral, like no personality. Just everything was bland, like
very bland. Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it was an absence of, and it wasn't just Black culture. Like I was thinking about women who like have roots in Santeria, or like you know, indigenous women, or like women who are like from like in Sri Lanka, like you really wouldn't identify with this definition of femininity. Like it's very Eurocentered, very Americanized in the sense that it completely takes away your hyphenated whatever you say before you say American. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an absence of culture. And what I've come to realize is like what has made me tap into my femininity is tapping into myself.
Right.
Like I've noticed, especially when dealing with the opposite sex.
Complementary
sex. It's still sex, right? It's complimentary sex, complimentary person. Complimentary. Anyway. Like I get a lot of downloads and I'm able to be like, that was a good interaction. Or maybe next time you need to do this. So I know like for myself, I've calmed my tone down.
Right.
Like I've lowered my voice and it's not because I feel like
I'm some punk bitch.
Right, basically, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, and that makes it more comfortable for me. That allows me to walk away from these situations and feel like I'm more digestible for myself.
For yourself.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like walking away from any situation or dynamic and cringing or like, like, damn, I was doing all of it. Not the most, I did all of it. Okay? Like, but that's reserved.
Like it's really quiet now that my mouth is
my mouth is hello. But like that energy or that part of my personality is reserved for a certain space. Right. You know what I'm saying? And in respect for the type of attractions that I want to maintain and sustain when it comes to the complementary sex. I've noticed when I take heed to that, it makes me fall deeper into a place of femininity that I'm not necessarily familiar with.
Being more receptive.
But I'm becoming more receptive of like, dang, I want to move and be more like this consistently, as opposed to being who I was energetically or having, you know, certain parts of my characteristics that were hard to digest, hard to swallow.
Right.
And then wonder why I feel that energy.
Right.
Like, them motherfuckers talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Well, you gave them plenty of reasons too.
Right.
You know, and it's just like, it's an awareness of self. Like my self-love journey.
Right.
The type of like lotion in my feet. Not because I get, we working on you, baby. We working on you. It's okay, baby. It's okay. But like, you know, certain things that I do because I like how it feels for me.
Right.
Like when I noticed the change in lotion in my hands every time I washed it. And then it was like, oh, this feel good, you know? And then it was like, I want my feet to feel like that just because.
Right.
You know, like I want my body to feel like this just because, not in preparation for another person, but because it made me feel like, damn, I am really like bad and soft. I'm soft. Okay? Don't be like that. I'm soft over here. Shoot. Take all that hard stuff over there. We stupid. But it's the truth. Ow! And people touch me. Ow! Stop it. Okay, and really be ready to march if it's somebody else. But just the power of the like I wasn't allowed the opportunity to be soft.
Right.
I wasn't allowed the opportunity to be feminine. I had to find it in me. I had to fight for it.
Right, me too. And I had to really, what should I say? Like, really deal with being comfortable with being receptive.
Right, because I can convince myself that I don't give a fuck.
And I can do
stop cussing
it.
too, my bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
So, like, I remember two distinctive memories comes to my mind is when I was carrying groceries. And my boy cousin was like, oh, let me get it. And I was like, no, I got it. And, like, I remember you was like, next time a man, it doesn't matter who it is, that, says they want to carry your groceries, you like, let them. And I was like, I felt so, exposed. I was just like, why wouldn't I? But I wanted to be the strong one in that moment for some reason, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Because it's a part of our accolade identity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Strong black women are just to be strong, period. We weren't given accolades for
being soft.
That would get your ass whipped.
Right, for being strong. So I was just like, nah, I got these 10 bags.
Right. like, oh, cousin strong, cousin strong. Yo, let me tell you the story about my cousin. She said, no, I got it. That's not going to happen.
That is not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
And then this other time when me and my my little brother, and my kids and my dad, we went to the movies, and I had this tray, and I had like everything on it, and I was like kind of like struggling with holding it, and my brother came up to me, he was like, why you put all this on yourself? And I was like,
dang, what was that, Ashton?
Yeah.
It had to be. Had to be the hit.
And it just hit me like,
but that is much really so indicative
I take on too much.
Yes.
I do too much. I don't receive.
It just hit everywhere. Boom, 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 boom. And you sitting there trying to enjoy, can't even enjoy the movie.
Can't even enjoy these fake ass cheese with nachos and at the movies because I'm wondering why I can't receive.
Trigger point. Damn. That's when it's true.
Right?
That was good. That was soul food.
It was. And now, like, anytime I'll do, go ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And you know what? It's so much better going out when you, like, I believe, I grew up, I have the ugly duckling story. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it has to do with just poverty, you know? Mm-hmm. But once I started to blossom and bloom, and for a second side note, I look better in person because sometimes this girl just be playing me, but like, bam, look at that profile nursing.
Me too.
Let me stop. But
yes, better.
Right, no, for real, no, it's fine. But like Kanye said, but anyway, I had to realize there was a place of beauty that was energetically that derived from me, like pouring into myself, like I did the Queen of Fluid cleanse and all these things, and it was just a different level of beauty because I felt there was a difference in when I started to be like, oh wait, I am pretty, you know what I'm saying? But then I was 16 and I went off onto some super crazy conceited, never going there again. But in my womanhood, being able to go out without makeup and still feel beautiful for me, right? But then recently I've been on like this skirt dress, like I just want pretty, you know, like I don't even want to do tights. I know I have a nice body. I don't need they don't need to know that. I'm not trying to compete with in the butt committee. You know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Little booties matter anyway, and real booties matter. So it don't even
real booties matter.
Real booty.
You know, but I realized how much easier life is for me as a woman when I show up pretty. I mean, doors open, people asking me, are you okay? Like, I look like I don't look like I need help. But the fact that you're concerned.
Right.
I appreciate that. And especially like it's from other races. It's not just, you know,
not just men.
Not just, like women, they be like, oh, sorry, excuse me, very apologetic. Or some of them, the sad part is sometimes, you know, you look really good when like other women just be mad for no reason. It's like, man, you have no idea. I am a goofball. We would actually laugh together. Right. Yeah, I understand. But diving into that, where before I would dress in sweats, I was like kind of hiding myself from compliments or male attention because of some of the experiences that I've had growing up where being pretty was dangerous.
Right.
You know, it caused too much attention. you know. So now being able to define it,
right, for ourselves,
for myself, and being able to be mature enough to be like, I like this,
yeah,
and I'm gonna do this for me. Yeah, I understand. I'm gonna budget
attract,
for this.
Of course you're here.
Right.
Of course. You smell the flower blooming, honey.
You gonna show up.
Come on, busy bee.
Because I'm here. Because I'm here. I know. Go ahead, baby. It's okay.
Right, you know, it enhances your personal aura. Like,
right.
You know, and that's what the main reason to do it for, because you feel good
for you.
And that's
good,
going to attract whatever it's going to attract. But doing it for you is really the key to it being authentic.
It beefed up my consistency and the things that help my beauty, like eating right, working out, all of those things that just aids in being a healthy person, period. But the way that it affects my womanhood is a whole nother thing, especially growing up as a previous self-proclaimed tomboy. And so that's really all we wanted to say. Like, we really wanted to pay homage to Black women being the purveyors and preservers of
and inventors,
everything.
And
everything beautiful. But just like, you know, regardless of what's being taken from us and how many times we're being told we're not worthy and we're not enough, we keep showing up. We're unapologetically and undeniably here. And that's part of the reason why we are here as Hey Sisters. Like, we're not going to not be Black. We're just not. It's not going to happen. We're not even going to try. If anything, we're going to turn the Black meter up. And just, you know,
kick it up a notch.
Kick it up a notch and just add to the legacy of beautiful Blackness, women doing amazing things. But
you're welcome.
You're welcome. That's the next podcast. Because we got a list.
Honey.
Of things y'all forgot to thank us for. But... yeah, I mean, that's it for now. You want to say something, Myla?
No, I think I said what I need to say on my soapbox.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, sis.
All right, bye, sis.